That doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds very boring and not just that's just more grinding in my opinion. Haha. What a shitty ass intro. Howdy hi ho everyone, CraptasticJack here in Ivory Tower have just announced or like shown off a trailer. They just uploaded a trailer showing off the new Hobbies feature. You know that Hobbies feature? When I go back to my Inner Drive review, I talked about a feature that wasn't in the update, but it was coming soon. It's called Hobbies, and well, there's another update for the Crew 2 coming May 27th, and that's what this update will entice. We'll have these things called Hobbies. Now, before we begin, I am working on a shitty games video we streamed yesterday, and we streamed one of probably the worst racing games I've ever played. So that video, expect that video later this week. But whenever the Crew 2 updates or like announces something, I have to make a video on it, so that's what we're doing here. So it looks like we got new themed activities here coming May 22nd. That's what Hobbies are. Take on more than 300 challenges. Now again, I'm all for brand new content and everything. I'm all for like brand new content and everything. But the way they're kind of talking about it here, also the royalty-free music in the background doesn't help, but that's just me picking things that don't need to be picked at. Win exclusive rewards and all that, enjoy new vehicles. So this first path, there's apparently 3 paths that you can follow when it comes to these Hobbies things. Again, the one thing with Ivory Tower that I just am not a big fan of is just how very vague they are when showing off new features or talking about new things. But apparently there's 3 paths, and the first path is called the Collector. Are you a collector? And there's 100 challenges that you could do to become a collector, I guess. To sum it up this way, like here you have a challenge that says collect 9 Lamborghini vehicles. That would be a challenge complete. All you'd have to do is buy 9 Lamborghinis. Acquire 20 front bumpers. That literally would just be going through and buying 20 front bumpers. Or 5 tires. And then if you do that, you'll get new rewards like this outfit, which has no effect on gameplay because Ivory Tower believes that's content. This is content. Shirts are content, guys. Giving you rewards for things you already do in the game, that's content, you know? You also can get some shitty underglows like that. The underglows and just the vanity items in this game have always looked ugly as fuck. So that's not really saying much. But then the coolest thing probably is once you do all this and do all these challenges, you get the Plymouth Roadrunner 1970, which like in my opinion is a very cool car. That's a really awesome car. I have a big soft spot for 70s muscle cars. I love 70s cop movies and everything. So that's a cool car to have, not gonna lie. And then they're gonna reveal the 2 other Hobbies soon. But it looks like we got a Hummer and we have the FC. It's kind of off screen, but earlier it showed the FC. The FC being really cool. The Hummer I could care less about, but it looks pretty cool. And that woman, just going back here, this woman looks like a soldier or something. I don't know. I give my 2 cents on this. This literally just looks like a bunch of like lists and stuff to do, which if the game had a lot of content already, if the game was actually fun to pick up and play for more than like 5-10 minutes, then this would be fine. This would be a nice addition. But in context, you gotta take this with the context that the game is still a broken mess. Like, you can't get into crews with friends, at least on PC. PvP is the only thing that's fun at this point, but even then, PvP is still broken. Fucking the summit isn't fun anymore. It's really repetitive, really stale. It's been like that for a long while. The game is just not fun to play. The game is still a grindy bore fest. Like, there's so much wrong with this game, and so many things they could have added before adding in like these challenges where, oh, collect 9 Lamborghinis or collect 5 tires. That doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds very boring and not just that's just more grinding in my opinion. Now, again, I have to kind of talk about this from the standpoint of someone who doesn't have as much money in game as I do, because I have a fuck ton of money in the Crew 2. But someone who doesn't, this is just gonna seem like a lot of extra work. Oh, I gotta spend all this money aside to buy 5 tires or 20 bumpers I'm not gonna use just so I can get this one car that does not sound fun to me. This game already is a massive grind, and it's just not fun to play at all at this point. So these hobbies don't seem really cool. That's just my 2 cents on it. That's it for me tonight. Expect a shitty game video later this week. I was actually gonna start editing now before I saw this. But yeah, that's it for me tonight. Catch you guys later. Have a good one, guys.